Ask the streets, ask the streets.
I like that one.
Whoa, live and direct, nigga. Shot down with the seeds on it. Blackstones love me, the gangsta niggas love me, the Vice Lords love me, and the Foe niggas love me, the MCs love me, the BDs love me, the Latin Dragon and the Latin King niggas love me, the whole niggas love me, the real niggas love me, the fake niggas love me, and the real niggas love me, the soul niggas love me, the cold niggas love me, the west side and the low niggas love me. I'm a beast. Nigga, check my pedigree. Talk slick, ass kick. Watch what you say to me. Ask around all over town. Niggas say the same shit. Leave your black eyed, and this ain't just some shit I came with. Go get a wig splitter. I'm a fucking real nigga. Fuck what you saying, motherfucker. How you feel, nigga? Villains to the right of me, villains to the left of me. This organized crime shit is gonna be the death.
Because how do you even deal with the fact that you being educated by your enemy, and how do you decide what's the absolute truth? If you not, how I look at it, you can say, oh, DNA is the absolute truth. Okay, cool.
That could be
but
manipulated.
if you're not a scientist, or if you're not,
that's what I'm saying. That
you can't identify for yourself what even DNA look like and how to connect it with something, with the land or whatever, then you going off of somebody else's word. You in the state of a believer. And that goes with everything, right? So how do you even deal with the fact that you being educated by what's quote unquote your enemy as a black man in America?
I want to answer that question, but I want to add more than just education. Education and spiritually led.
The entire thing, your spirituality comes from white people.
I want to make sure that was all enveloped in that. I want to make sure that was all enveloped in that.
Your whole philosophy in life because it comes from white people. I heard Ray Hagan said, he said, goddamn it, he who controls the written page controls the thinking of the age.
That's why the internet is dangerous though, because everything is digital now. Digital stuff can be manipulated and changed. It's not like books, hard copies. But my thing is, I think that knowing that all your information could have been manipulated is enough for you not to trust it.
That's enough.
So with that being said, I would say still learn it because it's what you have.
Right.
But at the same time, seek to reinvestigate. Right now, you tell me that the earth is round, right?
Okay.
I want to know that the earth is round. So I want to investigate it. So what does that require? That requires money. That requires knowledge of the sciences. That requires knowledge of the mathematics. You know, you got to understand all this. And so that means I would have to learn that and save money. It's definitely going to take a little elbow grease. But if I go do that and I learn the shape, the topography of the planet, and I can just, if I do nothing but confirm their science that what they said was real, at least we know that was real.
Right.
So we have to at least start with educating and then confirmation. Education and then followed by confirmation. Because that just leads to realization.
Okay. Well, how it's said to confirm is if it's peer review.
Say it again? If
it's peer review. That's how you confirm things. So that's how
it's peer review?
That's how okay.
That's how they do it.
On the internet.
That's how they do it too, though. If you think about it, everything is a theory and it's an accepted theory, and the peers all say
that's what I'm getting at. So when you dealing in these community social groups on the internet, how they consider things to be verified is through the peer review, and I guess they don't understand that the peer review can be manipulated too.
Right. I don't even care about, bro. You know what? Dick Gregory said this phrase. He said, "I don't need nobody to verify my truths."
If you say that the peer review is not official in what's going on, then I'll say you pseudo. You know.
But here's the reason why I say this, bro. Is because look here. I'll have one person, right? And this is true. And I'll give you an example of this. Great example. One person that'll bring me history that shows Jesus was real. And well, let me phrase it, not real. There's no history on that. That Jesus was taken from a real physical person, though.
Okay.
Right? Then you'll have another person that's also historically accurate, kind of. They both are historically accurate, showing proof. But this one shows that Jesus was taken from Egypt, from Heru. You get what I'm saying? So you look at both of these things, and both, if you search and you look through them objectively, both have footing. They both can't be right.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So when you look at that kind of knowledge, I'm saying that, and let's just look at this. We'll have people on the internet, that's what I'm talking about, arguing both sides.
Arguing both sides.
Arguing both sides. And that's peer. These are your peers that are judge. These are your peers. So if I say something, bro, both sides are coming at this.
And right, so
and both could be right, and both either could be right or wrong.
And that,
so how do I judge based off what they say?
Let's deal with this real quick. This is one of the issues that I'm talking about. Like, for instance, it's 2018. We're supposed to have all of this technology,
right?
And we got millions of people who believe the world is flat.
Or time out, let me rephrase that. Or we have millions of people that believe the earth is round.
Okay, we got millions of people who believe that the world is a globe. Right?
We have billions of people who have no clue what the earth is shaped like.
Who believe that, right?
Right.
So like, so how do we get to this point? How are we supposed to have all this thing, this technology in space, all of this stuff going on? How do we get all that? Then how do people still not believe? How do we still have this argument? And so I'm thinking, because it's even an argument, maybe we should look into it without trying to.
I agree.
Say people stupid. You should look into it objectively. That's how I think. That's just how I think.
I think so too.
Because it's even an argument, people should probably look into it objectively and see what's going on. But why do we even have an argument in 2008?
Exactly. And I hate the fact that Neil deGrasse Tyson, whatever his name is, Tyson deGrasse, whatever that dude name is.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, him. I don't even like him that much, dude, because I really, when I watch him, I thought he was first I thought he was the smartest man I ever saw, right, at first, in the beginning. Him and Michio Kaku. But then, when I heard him attack the flat earth the way he did, he turned his nose up to it, and he ridiculed. But at the same time, you ridicule, you're only going by what somebody else wrote. Mm-hmm. Your heart is entrenched in what others wrote. And so you believe it so wholeheartedly that these people, these academics, they have dubbed you one of the smartest men alive because what you did was memorize like a monkey what they gave you.
Okay.
And you call yourself an authority. But you have not looked at anything. You cannot, bro, and this is why I look at the great scholars of the past, and I don't care what people call them, scholars or not, but like Da Vinci. Da Vinci had thoughts of flight, right? He didn't just come up with theories and write them down. He tried to figure out how to fucking fly.
Alright.
You get what I'm saying?
Well, how I see it, right?
But you get the relevance of that.
I do. Well, when you get people who say, well, you got all of these scientists who saying this and they saying this. How I look at it, I'm like, well, they standing on the shoulders of the people who came before them. They're not necessarily doing
shit.
So you get innocent scientists who doing research basically, and they believe in the peer review process of the information that came before them without even probably looking into. Let's not say scientists. I don't know if it's the scientists.
No, let's call them that because it's the truth.
They supposed to do the test themselves if you're a scientist.
Well, even if you are a scientist, you're supposed to go with what's accepted a little bit because, bro, you don't have time to reinvent the wheel and to go back. We have to go accepting that this science is science, that this knowledge is fact. How do we go with this? And that's how we prove nowadays what facts were actually just theories. That's how they do nowadays because as they go into new modern problems with old knowledge and old ways of thinking of what we thought was real and we thought was concrete, and we see how fluid it is now, we see that we were wrong about so many things, but they don't, they actually do publicize it, just people don't read that, they don't see that, it's not a big story. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Nobody even cared that Pluto wasn't a planet, then it was a planet, then it wasn't a planet, then it wasn't a planet again.
That was like one of the big stories that did pop up.
They cared at the moment, but it was so small, bro. It wasn't even it wasn't like it was a news. You called it a retraction, like it was a news, something wrong with the news. Bro, there was an official statements, bro, and official thoughts. Then wait, never mind, it is a planet. When you say retraction, in my opinion, it makes it small. But this is how big it is. It's 2,000 and anything.
Right.
And you can confuse a planet.
You
and you want me to believe anything you tell me.
One of my questions was always like, from Earth, how did you even know what order the planets was in anyway? Like
oh, bro, before we had the technology, we knew because of Egypt. That's how they had it right now. I'm not gonna lie to you, they went straight off what they had in Egypt, wrote that shit out, gave it them Greek and Roman names.
They had it before technology, they put them in order there.
Exactly.
This one first,
they had it before we could see it, bro. They had it before they could see it.
Before they could see it.
Before they could see it.
And so that's, you know, that's
they won't even tell you that, but that's the truth. They didn't look at that shit. What they did was they released it under names. Oh, he revolutionized this and found this. Bro, there was no way to, you get what I'm saying? No. Here, learn this shit. And he knew it, he went to schools, learned it from them, and said it was his.
But the flat earth was a real debate.
Even then.
Until Einstein came with the theory of relativity.
Bro, the flat earth was a debate until Christopher Columbus, and that's what they used to kill the flat earth.
No, they stopped it. It went further than that with Einstein, because it was still a debate in the science community, and then he came with the theory of relativity, which is because we see the sun and the moon rotating or whatever, that everything else in space pollution is rotating too, and so that then everybody just basically went that way with it, and that was the final say, I guess, and then the
Stephen Hawking came and solidified it. You're right.
And we still in 2018 don't have no real picture of the damn globe.
And you know what, bro?
And that's what concerns me. Like, we should see. You know, I'm not saying nothing.
And you know what? Even this, bro. He didn't even solidify it because that was still a theory. Because you know how he made that judgment? Based off of other theories. Off of hypotheses, bro, of how time is bending. There was no measurement for how time bends. There was no way to measure. There's still no actual measurement for how time bends that we know of, bro. But he based that. And they base their knowledge on vacuums and shit that we can't prove exist. But you know, a black hole is still a theory. But we accept it as real. Understand, all of this science was based off of shit that was hypothesized, bro. How do you make anything real off of other guesses?
But it's supposed to be a scientific theory.
It's a theory. You just said theory. It means not proven. But it's not facts.
The scientific theory, you see, that's when they go with. That's when they take you to this argument. In these different communities on social media, the scientific theory, they supposedly tested this thing over and over again, and they came up with the same results. And so I'm like, you know, like one of my questions is, well, then how did you test evolution over and over again and come up with the same results? And you know what I mean? I just don't see from the single cell organism, not evolution in itself. The evolution from a single cell organism.
I get what you mean.
The Darwinian thing, where one species turned into another species. Where was that tested at? And then they did it over and over again and said it's even possible. And so, you know, I'm not saying it's not right.
Shit, bro.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not gonna go into the scientism book of what they call it. I don't know what a scientism would call me, a believer like that. I guess they call me stupid. Because I got these type of questions.
These are very real questions,
but no, they don't ask these questions, and they stupid questions to them. You know what I mean? Like, seriously. So like honestly, like, I had a conversation with a guy who's saying, okay, you believe in the Big Bang and all of this, but the possibility of aliens is asinine to you. Now, how does that work? I'm like, dude. It goes hand in hand.
I think
if the Big Bang is real, then how do you assume that? Goddammit! So how do you assume that nothing else happened? Only just us. We just the only thing that happened, right?
Like
and so, and how he's coming at it is, well, since science didn't say that it's out there, I don't even think that it's possible. You know what I mean? I don't even think. Basically, he's saying that these people got to tell me. It's possible before I could.
I'm telling you, that's what I was gonna say. You already said it, bro. Science is just a religion, just like every other religion, bro. It requires the same amount of faith, if not more faith, because you have to have faith that there is no God, and you have the faith that man understands and knows the movement and order of things.
Right.
You have to have faith, G, that this was put together and man's not gonna accidentally take it apart.
Right.
Come, bro, this is serious. This requires a lot of faith, bro.
Like I was saying earlier.
Blood over intent. People die for science.
I was saying earlier, not the scientist, I'm sorry.
Scientism.
But I was looking up the term, what science meant, and it's the study of nature. And then in the Kabbalah, I learned that nature is the study of God. Nature is God, basically. You know what I mean? And this is the Jewish Kabbalah or whatever. You know what I mean? The monotheistic, at the top of the pyramid of the monotheistic religions, right? The God of the Jews. All right, so we dealing with this, and now you talk about if science is the study of nature, and nature is God to the people who gave you this information
then
from the start.
Is the study of God.
You know what I'm saying? Science is the study of God. It's basically one and the same. It's not different. You know what I mean?
And, bro, you got me want to talk about it again. I don't even know I should bring it up again.
It's not different. You know what I'm saying?
No, but
you don't have to mention nobody, I guess.
No, not nobody, but I'm gonna say this. Every science is measuring the footprint of God.
Okay.
Period. You know, I'm talking about every type of science, even how we speak, you know, grammar, rhetoric, you know, mathematics, geometry, stuff like that. All of these things are meant to measure how the creative force, when I say God, I don't mean a separate entity, I mean even our natural creative abilities has marked itself across the universe. All of this creation in the universe, when I say we are God, I mean every being that lives in the universe, not just this planet. We're all God. And it may be billions of different type of aliens, it might not be, but at the same time, any type of understanding of the creative source or mapping out of how that creation has laid itself is measuring actions that God has done, that creative source has done. It's just still playing itself out. When you walk to the store to get a bag of chips, you're still playing out the force of creation. It's just playing itself out. While creation is still going on, that's why we have an expanding universe, because creation is still happening.
Right.
We don't just expand for nothing just expands for no reason. It's making space for something else, because whenever there's a void, the void will be filled. Isn't that what it is? Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, it's working like that. And that's all. And you know, and one of my little things on Facebook I got going is how they control the information. And so, you know, that's big, man. And so you know, everybody think that everybody would say, oh, well, not everybody, but in the conscious community, you would have people say that, oh, the white man,
term conscious.
The white man got white supremacy and took over everything. And then when it's dealing with what they believe, it's like the white man they ain't put their hands on that, because we got this ancient black person to say that. You know
I think that's dumb. I can break that right now. I can break it for you right now why it's dumb. And I'm not trying to call anybody dumb.
Right.
Because I do dumb shit all the time, so I'm not trying to.
Let me just finish it. You get. I don't want to just single no one person out, because you got all levels in it. So the science community, they got the same thing. The religious community, like the Hebrews, they got it. You know what I mean? As well as the Egyptian people, they got it. You know what I mean?
Even the Chinese, bro. Even the Chinese been fucked with.
I'm talking right.
Language, science, history.
So they all got these people though. What I'm saying is in the conscious community, the black conscious community, they got these people that they look to that was back in the day.
I got you.
That was back in the day that supposedly validating this information that they carrying on with today. So hell, let me I'm trying to think of the name. The first thing that's coming to my head is okay, we believe that the Metanetta was translated because Champollion said it.
Right. I
mean, or Diop. I'm sorry if I said the name wrong. Whichever one.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? So because he said it, and you know what I mean, and so we down with this, and so we'll say the information we dealing with Egypt, we ain't get that from no white man. Or we'll say, goddamn it, King James was black. And so how we dealing with it today, we ain't get that from no white man. You know what I mean? But so what I'm saying, the white man that got their hands on everything except for what you believe in. You know what I mean? That's the point I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Two questions.
Go ahead.
First question. What did the Sphinx look like when Medu Neter was transcribed or translated? What did the Sphinx look like? That's the simplest question you really got to ask.
It looked like a lion with a head. It looked
like a lion with a head. It didn't look like a dog?
With him head.
It didn't look like a dog at all?
Well, they said lion, so I guess I got lion in my head.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying that it's been reshaped. We understand. We all know that the Sphinx has been reshaped. So with that being said, what did it look like at the time? If it looked like what you see as a lion, understand the information has all been fucked with. That's why there's some missing, some not. The information's fucked up for a reason. No. White supremacy doesn't have to mean that they're oppressing literally, physically there, bro.
Right.
Its roots are enough for the tree to grow.
Right.
If even King James was black, what language did he learn? What language was the first Bible written in? What language was this Bible written in that King James put together?
Right.
So it's already flawed.
When you talk about the first Bible came from Gutenberg. It was a Jew.
You understand what I'm saying, bro? So it's already flawed from the beginning, bro. It's already flawed. Your understanding is flawed, so anything you create is already flawed by white supremacy. Even if you secluded yourself in that, bro, if you were born in Africa.
Exactly.
If you were born in Africa.
You feel it.
And you in your tribe, you feel like your village itself is not really being affected by motherfucking white supremacy, but y'all wearing Adidas. Your information is tainted too.
Your information is tainted. It is what it is.
You walking around with a Puma shirt on, your information is tainted.
It's people that took over the world. And so now I guess what you're dealing with is you got people who making money off of these philosophies. So they so I look at either they really believe this thing and they pushing it. They see it as a source of income and they pushing it, or they aids in misinformation and they pushing it. You know what I mean? And
all of it makes money. Check this out.
The government, one day in one of these three places.
The government and the elites, not only do they benefit with their misinformation by fucking misleading you, they make money with their misinformation. So, bro, you're paying to be miseducated.
Right. You're paying to be miseducated.
You feel me? That's date, bro. That's a whole nother kind of slavery. When you pay for your slavery.
Yeah.
When you pay for your slavery, listen to that, bro. You pay. Can you whoop me again? Can you beat me? I don't mean with a whip this time. I meant with a fist and a baton.
I got a couple dollars.
Can you shoot my son?
Shoot.
You know what I'm saying? I got a couple dollars. You pay for your enslavement now. So we gotta understand, bro. This shit is it's white supremacy, and we call it white supremacy, bro. Fuck it, it's white supremacy. I'm trying not to just.
Oh, is that how we see it?
I think that's how we see it, bro. It's really just supremacy. Because if any other race had been put there, we would call it that. But the thing is, we only blame the winners.
We blame the winners.
That's the truth about it. We blame the winners. I'm calling it that because that's what we see it, but it's supremacy still. If I'm on top, I don't want you to get on top because I'm on top. I'm going to try to eliminate every source for you to rise. From education, I don't want you to know how powerful your people were because then you might get that powerful again. Right. And I'm up here. It don't even got to be a master plan behind it except for I'm up here.
It only makes sense. It only makes sense that, hey, y'all was at the top at one point. Now everybody like think this and say this, right? They all the kinds of community that's saying this. They say, oh, we was once this and we was once that. Okay, if everybody knows this, including the people who are at the top right now.
You think they want you back on top?
You think they want you back on top? Why would they tell you any truth?
Let's be realistic about something here, bro. Everybody was once on top.
That's how I look.
Everybody once ran the known world.
The known world.
Everybody once had control of the known world, bro. So everybody was once kings and queens, and then everybody was once peasants.
And in the known world, whatever the information of the day was, that's what the fuck you believe.
We just had it first, and we felt like it was ours. But bro, if it was ours, we would have it. We can sit here and go religious about it, and we can say it was preordained, or we can say that was written to make you feel okay with your bullshit. Right. We can say that we just supposed to be waiting out Or we can say the whole Jesus meant was to make you be a good slave and pay and like hell unto Caesar. We can go this a million different ways, bro. But the truth is, everything that we think we know, we just think we know. So with that being said, the only thing, like I keep trying to get back to, the only thing we do know, for a certainty, almost a certainty, is that we are here right now. And when we don't say almost a certainty, because what the fuck is here? And if time don't exist, what the fuck is now? You get what I'm saying? That's all you know for certainty, for any certainty. So you grow from that though. That's not a sad statement though. That's powerful, bro. You grow from that. If you keep trying to water your plant with tainted water, you're gonna destroy the tree. You understand what I'm saying? First, just put down the water. Figure out what's fucking your tree up, because you would have realized it was you this whole time, bro. When we was overseas, there was a village. I ain't gonna get. We was up, but there was a village that we learned about, bro. We were moving through, and these people were drinking the water, and the water had some kind of virus or parasite in it, and a parasite gives you the same symptoms of pretty much dehydration, and so in order to solve the dehydration symptoms, they were drinking more water, which made them feel more symptoms of the dehydration, which they drank more water. And that's what we're doing. We're feeling dehydration from a lack of identity, so we're drinking water that's parasitic. And in order to try to fight the parasite, because we feel still drained, even though we go to church and we put our money into it every fucking Sunday, or we go to school and we learn this information thinking it's going to validate us, or we go and we seek oneness and meditate and thinking that's going to make everything okay. Everything is okay already, but you didn't know that. The thing is that we do all this, and all it is us trying to feel the dehydration that we're only feeling because we keep trying to drink that water. Put the fucking cup down. Find another source of water. Find your own source of water.
Go make some damn water.
You feel me? Shit, they making everything else, ain't they?
Do a rain dance or something.
Do something, but quit taking food. It's just like this, bro. It's honestly like at a zoo. When a lion comes and he comes to eat food out of the zookeeper's hand, that lion has totally submitted to the fact that it takes his nourishment from the very person that enslaves him. And that's what we do. Food stamps. We're lions getting fed by the zookeeper.
And we need to, I don't think we really understand that's our position in this damn world. And what in this country.
In this world. We're oppressed everywhere, bro. It's just not the same. It's just not all. Just oppression is different levels. The worst oppression is when you don't know you oppressed.
Right.
When you think you even. That's the worst.
But then you look at the wealth.
Realize the only way you even is that everybody struggles. That's the even part. Everybody in this world has struggles. That's the part where you even it. Now, do we have an even kill? No, we do not.
Ain't no such thing as equal.
You get what I'm saying?
Not in my, not in my.
Not yet. There will be.
You think so?
I think it will be. I think as we grow, as a society, as we grow as people, bro, equality is bound to happen. When we learn that peace doesn't come by forcing your views on other people, when we learn what acceptance truly is, then we'll stop trying to fuck with people in their natural habitat thinking they need the English language. We gotta take them Jesus so they're gonna burn in hell. And we stop and let people be.
We don't think like that.
We don't think like that. We don't, bro. Why is there a church in every corner on our block, bro?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, essentially we do think like that, I guess. At this point, I guess individually.
And who started that thought? The missionaries, bro, that went to Africa, bro. The missionaries that go, bro, they always sent their Bible with soldiers.
I can say black folks not going around
but
the
we
world.
do the same thing, bro. Yes, we do. If we go to Africa right now, we gonna set up a church.
Yeah.
And we gonna try to convert them because we gotta save their souls because they believe in whatever spirits they believe in. They believing in demons and they don't know.
We come the same way. I was just saying we ain't gonna go around the world killing people and all.
We not?
But we might.
We gonna go the same way, bro. You know why? Because that's the water we've been drinking. We not gonna come and bro, all that killing, think about it, B. These people thought when these people were going, they thought they were doing a good thing. Not all we look at race. That's what I'm saying.
In the name of God.
That's what I'm saying. Racism is misunderstood. A lot of people think racism is just one thing, but bro, even that doing it in the name of God, or even the fact of feeling like some race of people is meant to be your slaves and be subdued because of laughing at his drunk daddy naked.
That's the religious shit, ain't it? That's
some dumbass shit to believe, bro. But that's a tool to make oppressing these people okay. Because you're designed. You're designed because of your ancestor fucked up. Now all y'all meant to be our footstools, and it's okay. I don't feel bad about it because God said it's cool.
God said it's cool. Ain't that crazy, man? Damn, that's fucked up. Major bonds, y'all. If you have questions that you would like to ask the streets, contact us at askthestreetsmedia@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.